Well, I guess my experiment on the not brushing it in was a failure. So there were a few spots here just full of bubbles. So we're going to brush them in. And now I know I didn't let this dwell too long to waste a lot of latex. But this is some of my patching stuck in it. I have to fill that spot because a piece of the patching fell down and it stuck and didn't come out when I shook it and rubbed it. So, but yeah, there's just a few little pieces that pick right off. But you know, up at the neck where I didn't slosh it is where the big bubbles are. Not sure how we're seeing this, but right here and there. So, I mean, if I don't slosh the whole thing, I don't get results on the whole thing. So I think I'm just gonna go back to brushing it. Sorry to misinform, but it was an experiment. So I get that way with almost everything I can. Try to learn a different avenue of approach. So it might be better. It's why I make molds this way, because it's a lot easier, and that's what I was looking for, was an easier method. Better for my health too. So breathing wise. But, a lot of Dremel stuff on, little tiny Dremel bits on these guys to take off, but I mean, it's not a lot of craziness. So it's a pretty thick pull too. Anyways, we're pointing the camera down here, my ugly feet. Hang on a second. I'm gonna put on my Crocs. These are the toe protection. We're gonna get messy. I don't wear these outside. It's just in the basement, but I got them on sale. So what we're going to talk about is your clay today. If you use the pottery clay from, you know, for the water-based clay, save it. I mean, I don't throw this stuff away. It's money. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt to sculpt with chunks of plaster coming through, and bits of latex even get in there, and hair, and brush bristles, and you name it. I've found pine cones in the Dracula head. There was a big pine cone in it. I'm like, what? So it keeps it interesting. But so far no human remains have been found in the clay, but we've made some from it. But anyways, I'm getting crazy here. We're draining a bucket of Slake is what it's called, and that bit right there I don't want into this clay, so dump it and then do that. There. Now this has been sitting around. I think this is a mixture of the two kinds of clay I have, the one I like and the one I don't like. So I guess I'm making the stuff I like worse and the stuff I don't like better at the same time. But this smells nasty. Here's a tool. But you got to get the moisture back out of this. Roll it up and let it sit and harden, and you can sculpt with this. I mean, unless you don't want any bacteria in your life. I mean, I'm sure I'll probably spray it down with rubbing alcohol at some point. But I reuse my clay, and this is the dry clay goes back in this bucket and gets slaked down. You cover it with water and let it sit, and put a cover on top of the bucket and lid if you got it. But this stuff, you know, I just knead it when it's workable and then pound it down. You can use a plaster surface or concrete with a plastic bag over it, works fine. Or a table, whatever. Something you can clean off a tray. I would dump this on a tray usually, but it just keeps too much of the water under it. I do that when I don't have time to get back to it, but right now I want to put this clay into Dr. Fives, so he's drying out upstairs and hasn't even really begun. So I'm getting the last smelly, nasty chunk here. There. And then we'll put that all to dry in here. It's not glamorous, I'll tell you that. But, you know, boxes of clay is like $15, $16, and I can spend that money on hair or something if I don't, it's our skull, if I don't spend it on clay again. I mean, some projects I just want fresh, brand new clay, and it's nice, but that place I get my clay at is like 75 miles away. So, and the other one's about 50 miles away. And it was crap clay for students that was just garbage. Why would they start students with garbage clay? You couldn't even sculpt it. There was no plasticity. No wonder they made turds in school because the clay is crap. Sometimes. You know, there's some pieces are full of plaster. I'm not going to put it in there. But so far, I think I already went through this and divided that out. And this gets dusty, so I'm just going to keep working quick and get it done. I'm not trying to dunk it and stir it up, though. I know it's exciting, but I just wanted to show you what goes on here in my glamorous life. It stinks. That'll go away. I'm going to hit it with the alcohol that's upstairs where I sculpt. But this is garbage. Okay. I get that down as level as it's going to go with the rowel, and then take it to the faucet and fill it up with some water. Okay, that's slaking your clay. And talking about the method of doing the skull, I'm going to brush another one in and, you know, slosh it, double pour it. I'm going to do everything. Instead of trying to skip anything out of the process, I'm going to do it all. The next one I'll film it. So we're going to move on to some of these topics behind me on the table that I'm going to get to in a minute. So I'll see you on the next video. I got to get rid of this stinky pile of clay. Thanks for watching. Any questions, feel free to ask.